Shinsuke Nakamura's career has been an interesting one. From being a dominant figure in Japan in the early to mid 2000s to experiencing the lows of WWE, he's always been a unique presence in the ring. Through the years, his character has always portrayed high charisma, great aura, or curious mystique. In fact, Nakamura may actually be the most WWE-styled Japanese talent ever. However, it hasn't been enough. Fans have become jaded with the false starts when it comes to Nakamura's WWE career, and as he gets older, they are beginning to also grow tired with the lackluster in-ring performances. But now, with rumours swirling about his future, let's take a look at his journey, where things went right, where they didn't, and what could be next for the king of strong style. My name is Mex. I make videos on WWE and AEW, so if that sounds like something for you, hit the like button on this one, subscribe for more videos, and today, let's talk about what's really happened with Shinsuke Nakamura in WWE. Before stepping into WWE, Nakamura was already a legend in Japan. He started in New Japan Pro Wrestling in 2002 and quickly became a top star. With his mix of strong style wrestling, MMA background, and pure charisma, he stood out from the beginning. At just 23 years old, he won the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, becoming the youngest ever to do it at that time. Over the years, he racked up multiple titles, including 3 IWGP Heavyweight Championships and 5 IWGP Intercontinental Championships. His matches with Hiroshi Tanahashi, Kota Ibushi, and Kazuchika Okada became instant classics, helping New Japan Pro Wrestling reach a global audience. However, it wasn't just his in-ring skills that made him special. It was his energy. Nakamura didn't just wrestle, he performed. His swagger, his unorthodox movement, and his king of strong style persona made him a fan favorite. So when WWE came calling, it felt like a no-brainer. Nakamura's WWE debut in 2016 was nothing short of incredible. His first match at NXT TakeOver Dallas against Sami Zayn is still one of the best debuts WWE has ever had. Hard-hitting, emotional, and electric. The match introduced Nakamura to a whole new audience in the best way possible. During his NXT run, he won the NXT Championship twice and had great feuds with Samoa Joe and Bobby Roode. He was a part of NXT's rise in popularity, and many assumed that when he moved to the main roster, he may finally be the first Japanese talent in WWE to ascend to the World Championship. When Nakamura debuted on SmackDown in 2017, the hype was real. He had that star presence that made you believe he was destined for the top. And in 2018, he won the Royal Rumble, making history as the first Japanese superstar to do so. That set up a dream match with AJ Styles at WrestleMania 34. Fans expected something on the level of their classic New Japan match at Wrestle Kingdom 10, but WWE's version, it didn't quite deliver. And instead of winning the WWE Championship, Nakamura turned heel with a post-match low blow to Styles. And in my opinion, this was the beginning of the end. At first, the heel turn seemed promising, but WWE never fully capitalized on it. He feuded with Styles for months, but it didn't go anywhere and he never won the title. Instead, he drifted into the mid-card, winning US and Intercontinental Championships, but never reaching the level fans had hoped for. There were still bright spots, like his tag team run with Cesaro, which led to SmackDown Tag Team Championships, but it always felt like WWE didn't really know what to do with him. Despite the frustrating booking, Nakamura decided to stay. He renewed his contract in 2019 and again in 2021. Why? Well, he liked his life in the US. WWE gave him financial stability, and the style of wrestling was way easier than New Japan's more physical style. WWE let him pick his spots, prolonging his career. Plus, let's be real, he got to surf in Florida whenever he wanted, and if there's one thing Nakamura loves, it's surfing. Now currently, rumours are swirling that Nakamura could be on his way out. His contract situation is unclear, but if he is leaving, what's next? I'm going to present 3 options which could be what the future has in store for Shinsuke Nakamura. Option 1, return to New Japan, especially for Hiroshi Tanahashi's retirement. This is an interesting possibility. Tanahashi is one of Nakamura's greatest rivals and closest friends, and he's nearing the end of his legendary career. A Nakamura versus Tanahashi farewell match would be a huge moment for Japanese wrestling. Plus, New Japan could use the star power. Even if Nakamura only returned for a short run, it would bring a lot of buzz and help the next generation of talents. Option 2, become a coach or ambassador for WWE. If he wants to stick with WWE but slow things down, a backstage role would make sense. Nakamura has a unique mix of Japanese strong style and WWE style entertainment, which could make him a valuable coach at a performance center. WWE could also use him as an ambassador for the expansion into Japan and Asia as a whole. His name still carries weight, and he'd be a great representative for WWE in international markets. Option 3, have one last run, but in AEW. AEW is becoming a bit of a destination for older talents to get one last run before they head off into the sunset. Of course, he could always stay in WWE and push for one last big run, but based on current booking, I doubt it would be fruitful. AEW have shown reverence to older pro wrestling legends, giving them good spots and great final hurrahs. If booked right, he still has the charisma and skill to be an integral player in and around the international title scene, let's say. And hey, you never know. Maybe he finally wins a world title, or maybe he has a major feud that reminds everyone why he was such a big deal in the first place. Either way, I'm sure he has one good run left in him, if given the right spotlight. No matter what Nakamura decides, his legacy is set in stone. He's one of the most influential Japanese wrestlers of all time, and his impact on both WWE and New Japan is undeniable. While WWE didn't always use him to his full potential, he has still probably done much more than any other male-signed Japanese talent that's ever stepped foot in the WWE. Whether he leaves, returns to New Japan, becomes a coach, or stays for one last ride, Nakamura's story isn't over yet. Whatever happens next, fans will always remember the King of Strong Style for his unique energy, unforgettable matches, and the way he made wrestling feel like an art. So what's next for Nakamura? We'll just have to wait and see. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you are new here, and click the video on screen to hear about Nakamura's compatriot Io Sky heading to WrestleMania with the Women's World Championship.